Because walls are system families, there are a series of parameters that allow us to change the way they function in Revit architecture. Let's take a look at how you can view and change the properties of a wall. Select a wall in the dataset. Use the type selector to change this wall from one type to another. I will undock the Properties palette and expand it so that we may see more of the parameters without scrolling. I will choose a more specific wall type for my interior corridor. Walls which have a makeup of subcomponent layers can be seen more clearly by changing the level of detail on the view control bar to either medium or fine. Select another wall, and also notice that on the main portion of the Properties palette, we can see all the instance properties of the selected wall. The wall location line may be changed, and this will only affect where the line exists within the currently placed wall. It will not move the wall from its current location, but just move the location line internally to that wall. Note the grips have updated on the start and end point of the wall. The base constraint is where the base of the wall begins from and is typically derived from the level in which the wall was sketched. You can associate the base to a different level, and you can create an offset, positive or negative, from that level. The top constraint may be set as unconnected, which is the default, or may be associated to another level. You may also then change the top offset to go above or below that level's elevation. Think for an exterior wall's parapet walls, which go above the wall by a certain distance. Walls are typically room bounding, but you may deselect this for walls that are representing partial height or toilet room partitions. Doing so will allow a room to calculate the area ignoring the wall. The related to mass parameter is unavailable to be changed as it is read-only. If this value is checked, then the wall was created using the Wall by Face tool. Under the structural area, walls may be set to bearing, non-bearing, shear, or structural combined. Doing so will enable additional parameters, which are typically edited in Revit Structure. Click Edit Type on the Properties palette, and you will see that these are global properties for all walls of this type. We can also change what type of wall this is from the family and type drop-down lists. This is the same information which was available in the Properties palette type selector. To make changes to the makeup of a wall, you would click the Edit Structure, and this dialog allows you to edit the assembly of the wall. Click OK to close the dialog. The wrapping functions allow you to choose whether specific layers in a compound wall will wrap from either the interior or exterior, or not at all. The width is displayed so that we may know the total wall from its defined structure. The function of the wall is a very important aspect of wall types. If you are creating new wall types, it is best to choose one that is close to what you desire so that you do not have to change very many parameters. Always double check the function, as this will be important for several different workflows within Revit architecture, including area plans, collaborating with structural engineers, and performing energy analysis. The Coarse Scale Fill pattern allows us to select a pattern. Click in the Value field and then open the dialog from the small button. I will choose Solid Fill and click OK. You may also choose a color if desired. Click OK, then be sure that the detail level for the view is set to Coarse to then see the fill pattern poché. Another use for applying coarse scale fill pattern to walls would be to display their fire rating. Select a wall and go back to the type properties. Additional parameters that you can specify are mostly the default parameters under identity data, which are applied to all model categories. Some you will likely use often as you develop your building model, such as description, assembly code, type mark, fire rating, and perhaps cost. These and other parameters can be useful for scheduling, annotation, and applying graphic filters to the view.